Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome into my channel, Skies and Flora. My name is Shaka. Thank you for being here and thank you for watching. As always, I do ask if you like what I'm putting out, then please do like, share and subscribe. It really, really helps. So just before we start, just wanted to talk a little bit more about the planetary activity. So we are officially in Leo season, so happy birthday or welcome into a special hello to all my Leos. And so we also have, so coming up this week, we have a new moon in Leo on the 28th. And this is also the day that Jupiter goes retrograde in Aries, so I'll talk about that in a moment. But just talk about this week. So we've had Chiron go retrograde, and so Chiron is a like a really sort of interesting planet. It's kind of not really a planet, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. And it's called it's the planet of the wounded healer, or it's the planet of essentially our ability to turn our wounds into gifts. So where our biggest hurts are, where our biggest need for healing is, this is our special, almost like our superpower, if we can turn this into our gift, and then start to bring more healing into the world. And this is what Chiron can teach us. So there's a lot of things happening. So you've got, you know, this kind of real a chance to really look at our wounds. But we have this in the nice in Leo season. So this is really like, actually it doesn't feel deep and heavy and dark and stuck, and you know what I mean, like that kind of work. It can be like that. The healing journey can very much be like that. But we have the lightness of Leo season. We have the lightness of the sun. And then we also have Jupiter going retrograde in Aries. So this has all been about action. So up until now, Jupiter in Aries is like action, go, expand, move, do, you know, put it out there. And that coming back again, that's just drawing that energy back. So this should feel, although, you know, we're looking at our wounds and we're looking at our healing, there should be some lightness to it. It should feel as though the energy is a little bit lighter, is what I would say. And so again, we'll just look at the cards. We'll see, you know, general energies for the week ahead. As you see from the title, the week of the 24th to the 31st. And so we'll just see what comes up, see what comes up. I'm using the Moonology cards, so I'll get these as overall energy. So 3 of these. And then we'll pull a spread and see what comes up. So, as always, as you know, if you've been here before, always with 3 decks, and you can choose. Also would recommend, so I'm noticing in a lot of readings, not all, but a lot of readings, there's a lot of crossover messages sometimes coming out with the 3 piles. So I do also recommend checking some of the other piles out. I always list the chapters, so you know you can just forward to the chapters that you want. So as always, let's just get into the reading. Enough talking now. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Pile number 1 with the Rider-Waite, pile number 2 with the Wheel of the Year, and pile number 3 with the After Tarot. Just take a moment, connect, relax. And then when you feel connected, let's begin. Okay, so welcome in, pile number 1. Let's get 3 Moonology cards first of all. Alright, so pile number 1, what do they need to know right now? Messages for the week ahead, please, Spirit. 1, 2. Okay, we'll take that. That's 3 cards there. Okay, meditate and contemplate, believe in the impossible, and nothing is set in stone. Well, this is beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised if I see the Magician come out. This really feels as though you've got a real opportunity to manifest, to turn something around. There's a window here. This is an opportunity. This is a window of opportunity. And this meditate and contemplate is really about tuning in, like really getting aligned with spirit. So not letting that come from a place of wounding, not letting that come from a place of just doing an action, but really tuning in to your, especially new moon in Pisces. That's like all the feels, yeah? So really like tuning in, and then this faith, believe, nothing is set in stone. If you think it's over, this ain't over yet. That's what I'm seeing here. So whatever that is that you've kind of written off, you think there's no chance or that'll never happen, whatever that is, it absolutely can. And I think this is about your faith. I think there's something about you manifesting this. Yeah, let's see what the cards say. All right, Spirit, please, pile number 1. What is being manifest? What is being manifest? 1, 2. What is being manifest, Spirit? 3, 4. Okay, we've got the World card, end of a chapter. And 5. Let's pull these cards. Let's see. 7 of Cups. 9 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. High Priestess. And the Devil. Okay. No Magician. Right. Yeah, so this is about knowing better. So you know, when we know better, we must do better. Yeah. This is about when you know better, you must do better. Yeah. And definitely with this Devil, I'll get some clarifiers on this. It's like something, because this feels like more just something taking you away from yourself. Yeah. So this could be. It could be someone else, could be an energy around you, as in a person around you. It could be your environment, could be, you know, wherever that may be, your work, your place of work, or your where you live, or just your environment. Or it could be an activity that you're engaged in. But obviously you've got the High Priestess, which is really high vibration. And then you've got the Devil here, which is obviously quite low vibration. So there's something anchoring you, pulling you down. And this High Priestess says that there's a knowledge here. So I feel like you know. And you've got a real task on your hands here. So when I talk about, you know, faith here, you've got a little task on your hands. Something's come to an end. So you've got end of a chapter. So you've got a new beginning. Something's opened up for you. So this is what, you know, when I talk about the wounding, you know, the 9 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, things that have happened in the past, the stories we tell ourselves, you know, the victim, you know, the victim narrative, the narrative of victimhood, which it doesn't mean that it takes away what's happened, but that when that becomes our identity, it becomes very, very hard to do that healing. And this 7 of Cups says, you know, the confusion, not knowing, yeah? When we don't know what we want, I always say this with the 7, when we don't know what we want, it's very hard to manifest. So we need to be really clear on that. And I feel like there's the confusion is coming from past experiences, past hurt, past disappointments. In the past, not getting what we want. You know, like in the past, I didn't get what I wanted in the past, yeah? And so I think this is blurring you a little bit. So I think this is stopping, this is why I say this, believe in the impossible, this card here. So really about having faith and believing. And I feel like this is like kind of, this feels a bit murky, like the heat, you know, when we talk about this healing, you know, this is where it's so important, because it clears the way for us to have faith and believe in good things again. And it feels like some you know, some stuff has gone down in the past, and it's really kind of you know, it means it's not, you know, you're finding it very hard to have faith and believe that something could be good again, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, but this high priestess says you do know, and there's always a part of us that knows, and it's because that's our highest self. Yeah, our highest part of ourself. And you've got this juxtaposition here between a very, like, a high part of yourself and this lower part of yourself. Yeah, or like I said, that could be something external, it could be something within. Either way, that's like the two, you know, the two voices on our shoulder. The one that says, you know, believe, you can do it, it is good, good things do happen, you know, life is wonderful, actually I've got so much to be grateful for. And then the devil who's like, nah, there's no point, why even bother, why, you know, oh actually, you know, that didn't happen before, you might as well just because, well, who cares anyway, because you know what I mean. And it kind of takes you into a more morose energy. So it's just heavy. It's not, you know, sometimes when we see these cards, you know, you think this is bad, it's bad. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's not helpful to look at it like that. More think about vibration. So when we vibe high, it's light, we can enjoy, there's so much more enjoyment. But when we vibe low, it's heavy, we get stuck. And I feel like that's it here. It's just a bit of healing here to lighten up the energy. And like I said in the introduction, you know, this is really the time to do it. This is really like the perfect time to get stuck into that kind of work. Because you've got a new chapter here. A chapter closing and a chapter. So this is about, you know, the world is always about completion. You know, hearing like, you know, in, you know, Monopoly, do not pass go, do not collect 100. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, do you have to go round again, or does the portal open? And you know, there is about the, you know, the world is like the completion of a lesson, and then all right, I can move on basically. And this feels like there's still a little bit of a an overcoming here, but it doesn't feel like, I feel like that whatever has happened in the past has already happened. And I feel like this is more just an overlay that's staying in your energetic, like your energetic body, in your mind, in your emotional field. And I feel like this can be cleared. And your task really is to do some of that meditation, do some of that contemplation, do some of that self-care, do some of that that cleansing and purifying, you know, water, and using water ritualistically to cleanse, yeah, and clear some of this energy so that you can get in touch with this voice, yeah, the high priest, the voice that says, the high priest, the voice that says, I know that it's possible, yeah, nothing's set in stone. That says, don't give up yet, yeah. The devil will tell you that, you know, the devil's a liar. The devil will say, oh, you know, it's already done, it's already over, forget it, you've been forsaken, you know what I mean? That's the voice of the devil. And that's saying, no, the devil's a liar here. You know this, you know better, your higher self knows better. And I think this is just about acknowledging the way in which maybe past experiences are having an impact on how we're seeing things now. And I think this meditation and contemplation is just about, you know, really getting in touch with your higher self, and having that faith. And I think that faith is what changes this next chapter, is what allows you to solidify this and move forward once and for all. Okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that resonates, and always do let me know in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback and always appreciate hearing from you in the comments. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Have a great week. Okay, welcome in pile number 2. with the Wheel of the Year Tarot. So let's get some Moonology cards, overall energy. Week ahead, what we're working with, Spirit, please. One, two, three. Ooh. Okay, so some things we can see and some things we can't see. This is what we can't see. Nothing will come of this situation. Prosperity lies ahead and it's time to take action. Interesting. Okay, so this feels like a little bit of a change of direction. So something you've been investing in, something you've been spending a lot of time with, feels like it sometimes it's time to jump course. Yeah, so sometimes you're on one course and it's time to jump to the next course, and that's what this feels like here. Yeah, very much so. There's like you're on a course that isn't this void course of the moon. It's like you're on there's something that you're investing in that's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, but I feel like you've already got your eye, you've already seen the other thing. Yeah, and that's where you need to jump to the next thing. Yeah, and new moons, it's new, it's fresh, it's something new, it's something this feels like it will be more prosperous. Let's see what the cards say. Okay, Spirit. Pile number 2. What's happening here, please? Talk to me, Spirit. 1, 2. Yeah, so you got 2 aces. Okay. Ooh. Right, I'll take all of these. I'll take the ones that I've seen. 2 aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, nice. Leo energy there. Just one more, please, Spirit. Okay. Okay, I can't take all of these. Okay, but there's another little story happening there. Temperance at the bottom. Okay. Okay. This is definitely around your money, your direction, where you're going, what you're doing. This is where you're investing your time and your energy. So whatever this is, whatever this changes, and it could very well be a change of job. Could be a change of job, could be a change of direction. Even if you're studying in one area and then it's time to look at a different subject. If you're doing a course and then you're like, actually, I'm not even enjoying this course, let me do the next one. Or you're somewhere where and it kind of feels like somewhere where you would have been maybe for some time, or you've already, like, essentially there's already been some kind of investment in this this job or this role or this path or this journey already. So you've got 7 of Wands. So there's a little bit like kind of a little bit bedded in, yeah? So there's a little bit of like, but I feel like you're already aware. So I feel like this message for whoever I'm speaking to and whoever gets this message, I think this is really just confirmation that I think you've already got an inkling that whatever it is you're involved in isn't really where you want to be anymore. And you've already seen the other thing, and I think you're just needing a little bit of faith just to jump ship, basically. That's what I'm seeing here. And if that's what you're looking for, then then this reading is your confirmation. Because the Seven of Wands kind of feels like when you've done something for like a long, like I've always done it, I've always done this thing, so now I've just sort of bed in and do it, even though, you know, in here it's like there's a flood coming in. It's like you already know the ship's, you know, you're kind of already knowing the ship's going down, and it's almost like instead of just getting out of there, you're kind of still trying to like plug the holes, almost. Like that's what it feels like here. Yeah. And obviously, you know, take it as it resonates. This could be a relationship as well. This could be in the relational area. But effectively, I'm seeing you know, you're involved in something that you're very aware isn't really aligned with you anymore. But you've got these pentacles. This is all about money, and then here as well. So this is I'll come back to this in a moment. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. New beginnings, new opportunities, fresh beginnings. This is like inspiration. Again, these are all like quite, you know, summer, autumn energy. So this is now. This is now. This isn't a couple of months, you know, this is a now energy. This is like, this opportunity is upon you now. Yeah, this feels like the timing is now. Again, you've got the sun energy, which again says Leo energy. This timing is Leo, high summer, you know, we're in Leo energy. And Queen of Pentacles is going to be very fruitful, bring you a lot of abundance, really expansive energy, especially with the sun and the Queen of Pentacles. That's expansive. I mean, look, Queen of Pentacles here, she's got a little pot of money here. Yeah, this feels like just let whatever needs to go, just let it go. Like the thing that you're about to move into is way more fruitful, really, like way more fruitful. You've got all of this fire energy, sun energy, you know, Aries, Taurus, earth energy of the pentacle. This is all really like, this is really, I want to say, like solid. It's almost like it's not a gamble. It's almost guaranteed. That's what it feels like here. Excuse me. But there is going to require a little bit of yeah, action from you. Yeah, it's time to take action. It requires action from you. So it's not just going to jump on your lap. It's not going to fall on your lap. There's something you have to do. If that, whatever that is, you know, you hand in your notice. You apply for that job. You know, you say yes to going out with someone and say no to somebody else. You know, you take that course, you sign up, or you write that letter. Whatever it is, there's an action that's required of you. But it's almost like this invitation to expand is almost like it feels like it's right here upon you, is what I would say. And then you've got this Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Four of Pentacles here. So again, this is the ego, this is the fears, this is the parts of ourselves that are, you know, again, take it how it resonates. It can be another person, or it can be an aspect of yourself. Often it's both the same thing. So often people mirror things to us and show us parts of ourselves that we're not aware of, yeah? And then give us an opportunity to do healing. But Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, this is all just, you know, that's the mind working overtime. That's the mind telling you, you know, all the worst case scenarios, you know? That's like the worst case scenarios. You know, that is like, I've got to shore up and like prepare for the worst. Like even here with that Seven of Wands, it's like preparing for, like embracing yourself for the worst. And this really feels like it's not that time anymore. Yeah, that's not that time anymore. Again, quite a similar message to pile number one, different but same but different. You know, it's slightly on the same track, which is really, you know, kind of what I talked about in the introduction, which is really this is a time to overcome big fears. So this feels like, you know, that's the part of yourself again that says, you know, I've got to keep it, I've got to stay small, basically. I've got to stay small because that's the only way, you know, I can make something of myself. Because, yeah, like that's your doomsday scenario, the worst case scenario, you know, and holding on too tight and keeping small. And whereas here, I think there's an invitation now to expand, to take a new adventure, to take a new opportunity, to go on a new path, to go on a different road. Don't bed in, because whatever that situation is, it's like it's aiding with that. So these go together, this defensiveness and the doomsday, the doomsday mindset. These are all working together, and we can't manifest. There's nothing things can't emerge in that energy. You know, we can't open up to life and receive our blessings, receive our gifts, and receive these opportunities that are coming in. And that's what I feel like is very much here with these two aces. Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's like, you know, and I always say my minor arcana empress, because she's very abundant. And with the sun here, again, expansion, warmth, growth, the good times, let the good times roll. This is a time to enjoy, yeah, and be fruitful. But I feel like this here is about, but there's something you need to do here. Take some action here, and that means there's a course that you're already on that needs to shift. Yeah, we need to just shift slightly, make some moves, and then we've got a different story, a different outcome. Yeah, no need to be braced anymore, like ready to, you know, this is different. This is ease. This is about relaxing the shoulders. This is about opening up to our gifts, our spirit, to our abundance, yeah, to ease. Anything else? I think that's it. I think that I think I've said everything here, but again, I hope that does make sense, and as always, do let me know in the comments if it resonates, and always love receiving your comments. So thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you again next week. Okay, so welcome in pile number 3, sorry. Let's get a Moonology card first of all. Let's get the overall energies. Okay, so pile number 3. Overall energy for the week ahead, please, Spirit. Pile number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, just give it one more shuffle. 1. Okay, let's see. Let's get 2 more. All right, nice. A repeat card from pile number 1. So we've got full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. And mutable moon, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. Okay. It's really interesting. Like I said, like it is, sometimes these messages, they can be quite, there's some similarities here. Because again, this feels like there is an opportunity here. Came out together. An opportunity here to do something slightly differently to how you've been doing it before. Yeah, and it feels like, because fiery climax is often something very emotional. Yeah, so something that brings up a lot of emotion in you, something that feels, you know, it will be quite heightened. Yeah, it brings up a lot of feeling. you know, in that, you know, almost certainly in the relational area, I would say, but it doesn't have to be. Just anything that really, you know, just pulls up a lot of emotion in you. And that's been challenging. I feel like that's challenged you. And it's time to release the negativity. Again, this is like, it's kind of time to look at things differently in order to change them. Yeah? So even though something's obviously gone down here, we'll look at the cards and see what comes up. But, you know, something's gone down here, and it's made you look at things negatively. Yeah? And it's really time, it's a, you know, you got the full moon here, so this is a like, this is what's happened, this is where the culmination here, and now mutable moon, you know, we've got a chance to do things differently. Yeah, so, you know, it's quite a big demand here, because I think when things are really, when things are really emotive, when they mean a lot to you, you know, we can get so caught up in that, and lose sight. And this is, you know, I see here, this is really about, yeah, doing some work around that. Yeah, so we've got the Eight of Wands has come out straight away with the King of Swords. Well, that's definitely someone who's very objective. Let's see what else comes out. Okay, Spirit, tell me more, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, tell me more. Okay, Lovers, 5 of Wands, Chariot. You get one more. 4 of Cups. Okay. Alright, so this is definitely in the area of relationships. Okay. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So we've got a couple here, the Lovers and the Chariot. Yeah, a couple here. I think I feel like you want to move forward together, but there's a lot of problems here. Yeah, is what I'm seeing. I see that, I feel like there is a desire for each other, and there is a desire to move forward together. But there is a lot of problems here. Yeah, there's a lot of issues. There's conflict. There's, you know, like, this is like, you know, not really appreciating what you have. Not appreciating what you have. And so the King of Swords here, you know, in the relational space, you know, can be positive, but can also make things worse. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing here. So on one hand, this King of Swords can be quite lofty. Yeah, you know, can look ahead, you know, look from above, be very objective, be very, you know, non-emotional, not coming from a place of emotion, coming from a, you know, very rational place. But in the relational area, or yes, it's good to get that perspective, but also I think here, I think this is making things worse, because actually what's happening, and here particularly, sorry, this is not the 5 of Wands. I always do this. This is the 7 of Wands. In the after tarot, it always looks like the 5 of Wands, but it's the 7 of Wands. Which is actually even more relevant to the message that I was about to say. Because the King of Swords kind of wants to stay above, yeah? Like, kind of wants to stay above, looking at the action, not really getting stuck in. That 7 of Wands says, you've got to get stuck in. You've got to pull up your sleeves and get stuck in, yeah? And it's messy, and it's like, you know, sometimes this relational work is like that, yeah? And it kind of feels like to get forward, to keep going, to get going again, there's going to be some of that. Whereas I feel like someone is kind of withdrawing in order to, you know, oh, this is so negative, I don't want to get, you know, but it feels like this relationship needs a bit of work. Yeah? And it's very difficult to do that work when you're like, I'm cool, I'm rational, I'm being objective. The King of Swords feels a little bit outside of the action here. Yeah? So this might be your energy, it might be someone, your lover, the person you're dealing with. And this is the communication here, yeah? This is the communication. So it doesn't penetrate. The communication doesn't get through because it's going above, it's like going over. I hope this makes sense. I want to get some clarifiers on this 4, and I want to get some clarifiers on this king. So please, Spirit, clarify this king for me, please. 1. Okay. 6 of Swords. Clarify this 4 of Cups for me, please, as well, please, Spirit. 1. 2. Okay. Okay, 2. You got the 3 of Cups and the High Priestess. So again, this is about... So this is like loosening things up again in this 4. This is really interesting because I saw this, like, you know, in the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Cups here is like, I don't want it, I don't look at it, I don't want it, you know, I don't want to do it anymore, I can't be bothered, like, I'm tired, I just, you know what I mean, like, this is not satisfying. It's like, I'm done, basically, in this 4. Like, I'm done, emotionally done. And then here was like, okay, actually, 3 of Cups, maybe I can get into this. So there's a little bit of enjoyment here, yeah? Again, lightening up the vibes. High Priestess. Oh my gosh. That's a delivery. Hold on one moment. Typical. Right in the middle of the reading. Yeah, just ordering journals. Yeah, this feels like a more lighter energy. So, from this 4 of Cups, from like, don't want to, can't be bothered, this is rubbish, I don't like this. It's kind of like there's some joy that comes back here, yeah, for this 4 of Cups. So I feel like there's one of you that's more emotional than the other. One of you that's more in tune with the emotions, more in the feeling space, and one in a more thinking space. And the lovers, they're very opposite. The lovers are opposite, but they come together, they complement each other. The Chariot, they're opposite, but they complement each other. They come together, and we need the opposites. We need this polarity, yeah? And so there's something about this polarity that's actually, like, this is part of what actually makes your relationship very strong, but it's also the part that makes it very difficult, yeah? This is where you're getting stuck in the conflict. Whoever the King of Swords is kind of like, above it all. And I feel like this is very frustrating, yeah, for whoever's really more in the emotional space. Both of you are going to have to get, like this guy, he's jumping down into the pit, yeah, to like get in and among them, yeah. And it feels like that's what this King of Swords is going to have to do. He's going to have to get his hands dirty, yeah. He's going to have to roll up his sleeves, get his hands dirty, and jump into the fray and get stuck in, yeah. And then I feel like once that happens, then you've got the 6 of Swords here for the King, yeah. He's not quite in his emotions, but just a little bit more in touch with the emotions. As we know, the 6 of Swords is on the water, yeah, on his way, yeah, to just getting a little bit in touch more with the emotions here. Moving genuinely into calmer waters. And often, what we have to know about these energies, often when someone is so in their head, it's because they're disconnected from their body and their emotions. And often that's because that feels unsafe, yeah? So there's a lot of healing here for this King to do. And this 6 of Swords says that some healing is taking place. He's getting closer to the emotions, getting closer to the feeling again, just, coming a little bit back down to earth here. And whoever this is, who in the emotion, I feel like for you, the healing is about really lightening up your energy, feeling a little bit more joyful. 3 of Cups is like, be with your friends, like be around things that kind of lift your spirits, yeah? That make you feel good about yourself. and especially with the high priestess, that's very high high energy, but joyful. Yeah, very feminine energy here. But also I want to say tantric, because it's like it's spiritual, like the high priestess is spiritual, but also very embodied. Yeah, whereas the King of Swords is very different. It's kind of very like I said, it's very lofty, it's very objective, but not very human. Whereas here, this kind of feels like spiritual, but also human. Yeah, and I feel like that's what we're trying to get this king to kind of come back down to earth a little bit, get stuck in, and then I feel like we can maybe get this chariot moving again. Yeah, and this Eight of Wands says, look, if there has been a bit of if there's been a separation, this feels like communication coming in, or this is, so either if you've had a separation, you've got communication coming in, or if this is a relationship that's already moved very fast, very quickly, and this is where we kind of we've got a little stumbling block now. Yeah, we're starting to really see, it's like I said, lovers is amazing. You come together, it's like passion, all of that. And then we start to get to know each other with the power battles, everything like that. And then it feels like that's where you're at, this navigating this sticky bit in relationships. Yeah. So just the advice here, hopefully King of Swords, getting more close to the emotions, and then hopefully this Four of Cups, whoever's just feeling dejected and can start to bring back some more joy. Yeah. So I hope this makes sense. The nothing is set in stone just says, look, this isn't down and out, this isn't over, but it's also not definitely back on. Yeah, so this is about co-create. You've got this opportunity to create something here. Nothing is set in stone. This is not, oh yeah, it's meant to be, so yeah, it's meant to be, so it'll just come together. Or it's not just like automatically, no, that's the end. We, full separation here either. This kind of feels like actually there's a lesson here for both of you. Yeah, the lovers and the chariot. There's a lesson here. This polarity. There's a lesson here for both of the people here involved in this relationship. And there's a little bit of work to do. But that's the nature. That's the nature of these relational, these relationships, is they draw stuff up in us in order for us to grow, yeah, and evolve and mature and do better and show up better. And I think if the communication, yeah, if you can get the right communication here, I feel like this could be very fruitful, yeah. This communication is very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. As always, do let me know in the comments. Again, thank you always for commenting and liking and sharing and subscribing. And yeah, have a lovely week, and I will see you next time.